Anonymous Republic Network. What a beautiful day. Yeah, beautiful day. um, really want to, you know, I'm outside here, just nice backyard. Um, does need to be mowed again. It's been a few weeks, so let's get to topic of today's video here. This channel is approximately at 812 subs. Okay, 812 subs. Okay. Now, when I started using this channel again, I was at 615. Okay, so 615, and I gained 200 subs within days. You know, but as of late, it's been fluctuating from 12 to 15, 15, 14, 14, 13, 13. But I want to talk about YouTube's algorithm. Okay. Now, if any of you has been losing subs for any weird reason, anything that you guys can think of. Now, with me, it's more on the algorithm. Okay, the algorithm. Also, that I may be being reported for some shit. I don't know. I cannot, whatever. So, um, I'm sitting here. I'm thinking, okay, well, let's talk about this. Okay. Now, I've had this channel for a good 10 years. Okay, haven't used it for 3, and I created another channel before. It's the Anonymous Manawai Network. It's approximately at 47 subs, and I'm trying to get to 50 so I could do this on that channel as well. Now, if you want to, you could go over there, subscribe, and so the issue at hand here is that we're in an area now. It'll be 10 years since then. YouTube has really gone into overdrive in some senses. Okay, um, full wind ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? So in some areas, I've been beginning to lose subs that will fluctuate, because right now I was at 15, now it's 14, now it's 13, now it's 12. Hey, what's up? What's up, Kayla? How you doing, darling? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Um, now the algorithm of YouTube's uh, has been really not friendly to anybody, man. At all. I don't know how many people. Hi, Spanish. We got. We have here. Let's see here. We got Hamurai. We got Kayla. You're oh, okay. Latina. Nice. Right on. Cool. Okay. Hey, what's up? What up, Skittish? Namaste. How you guys doing? You Spanish? Oh. Poquito, but I only know enough to get by. Not fluently in Spanish, but Um, this live feed is about YouTube's algorithm. And good morning, Skittish. Now, I speak a little bit of Spanish, but not fluently. Not fluently. That's what I was saying. I speak a little bit, but not very fluently at all. It's just enough to get by, you know. How are you from? Warm. Anonymous Valley, California. Now, I want to talk to you guys about YouTube's algorithm. You know, and it seems that, I mean, I don't know if any of you have been losing subs, gaining subs. You know, kind of fluctuate. You know, because that's where I'm at. No, I'm 50. It depends on the depends on the situation, darling. Now, I want to talk about the algorithm here for a moment here, guys. I barely started using this channel again last year. Got it back, and I gained about 200 subs within days. Um, and in one in one live feed, I gained 22 subs. What's this here? Can you please name a car for an edit? Uh, I would have to say old school, like a 58 Edsel, uh, 58 Impala, 64 Buick Riviera, GS, um, 66 El Camino. um, let's see here. Chevy Mustang GT, no, Chevy Mustang GT500, GT350, Yanko Camaro, Yanko Nova, Yanko Chevelle. Oh, nice man, nice. My name, Revan. Now, I can have a good car. Let's see. Let's see here. A '90s, mid to late '90s Toyota Chaser JZX 100. A Toyota Altezza. A Nissan Sapphire A31. Uh, a Nissan Laurel C33. Mitsubishi Galant VR4. How's that? Now, my sub number's been fluctuating. Never really gone up. I could have been at 1,000 right now. Right now, could have been at 1,000 or over 1,000. You know, and I've been really wanting to really grow, you know, a little bit here, and haven't really gotten much since I would say November, and and but you know, My other channel has 47 subs. Still at 47. Um, Trying to grow here a little bit. But it's also based on viewership, sub numbers, how many people watch the video, how many sub, and plus, if you do a content video where it's on a certain topic, a certain subject, and the more you talk about, the more you talk about it, where it's hitting the pulse button. Okay, it's hitting the pulse of YouTube's algorithm. Okay, now I would say the more you talk about the subject, the more it's hitting the pulse of the algorithm. Okay, the more it does that, that's when numbers grow, and that's when the algorithm goes in overdrive of saying, "Hey, this guy's hitting the pulse too much. We need to kind of halt this guy. Either shadow ban him, take away some of his subs, that kind of thing, And I mean, when I talk about this, and I know that I may not get some views or some subs or whatnot, because the thing is, YouTube's algorithm is what's really monitoring. Okay, it's AI based algorithm, now, because Google and Facebook. I mean, companies are now starting to use AI now, and Google may use AI to determine whether your content video may violated some guidelines or something like that, Um, and to me, it's more about what can they do to censor people who are talking about certain topics, certain subjects where it's hitting the pulse so much that it's sending alarm bells. I don't know if you guys are dealing with that. That could be a thing. But if you are, type it in the comment section. If you're dealing with issues with fluctuating sub numbers, viewership, maybe, because there are people on here or other platforms that can really use the system against you because you're talking about important things that are really hitting the pulse, and not a lot of people would agree with on how you talk about the subject or your content, and they will tend to report you for whatever it may be. But the thing is, as long as you're not violating the community guidelines and stuff like that, you'll be fine. To me, it's more on keeping going. To me, it's about really telling the algorithm, chill, chill. Just chill. Okay, just chill. Because not everybody is trying to hit the pause button so hard. It's just that common sense, right? Common sense is important. You need a little bit of common sense to understand that, yeah, not everybody's going to like your content. Not everybody's going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to like your content because of the matter you're talking about and the way you're talking about, They're not going to like it. They're going to feel offended. They're going to be so upset about the content you're talking about, you're creating. They're going to find a way to silence you big time. Don't matter if you're, you know, no matter what topic you talk about, what content you're trying to create, all that shit. But That's why I'm here to talk about it. To me, it's about letting you guys know that you have you have um, every right to speak freely. You know, um, but the thing is, not everybody's going to like what you say. Not everybody's going to like the content you create, and they will try, or going to try, or whatever they're going to do is try to silence you big time. I mean, it's just that's that simple to understand. That look, if you don't agree with what I'm talking about saying, that's fine. That's good. But the thing is, hey, what's up, Stace? Um, I mean, there's no saying. It's okay that we could agree to disagree and walk away. But there are some people that don't want to walk away because I know I said hi. I said hi. Um, not everybody's going to like what you say or anything at all, because the thing is, we're in a time and we're in a time and moment where there are disagreements of all kinds, and I mean, there are some things that I don't agree with, but yet I don't. My favorite color, green and orange. Um, Green, orange, pretty much that. Pretty much. Yeah. It's like I got people on here that come on here, and I could talk about important things and maybe shed some light on a few things and kind of ease attention, because there are people here on YouTube as well as other platforms that are easily offended, very 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 easily, and I mean, if some people are easily offended, like they get. I mean, you have the snowflakes, the Karens, that bunch, so entitled, thinking the world revolves around them. Honestly, it don't. Um, but it happens. It happens, and nothing you can do about it. But yet, tell them, hey, look, chill, Karen, chill. Um, right now, I'm outside. I'm out back. Just nice, cool breeze. Got my cup of coffee. Uh, Dunkin' Donuts, by the way. Dunkin'. Um, I like Dunkin' coffee. It's pretty good. I like it. 50, 50. Just turned 50. Just turned 50 on New Year's Day. And I've been I've been at I've been at this since 2011. Um, how I came across YouTube is kind of really interesting. Um, grew up. Um, I was a wise ass, a little shit growing up. and I used to hold stuff in, whatever got really angry and upset, until 2008 is when I came across YouTube and started to watch videos on YouTube. And I thought, you know what? I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. All I needed was a webcam, computer. I'm good. But if I was to do this, what are the things can I talk about? Hey, what's up? Kasim, how you doing, man? How you doing, brother? What can I talk about? So I did that. Got a computer, got a webcam, but I could also use, like an iPod or a smartphone, whatever, And my first phone that I used was a BlackBerry Curve, a BlackBerry Curve 9300. Ancient BlackBerry phone. Ancient BlackBerry phone. Old school BlackBerry phone. The keyboard. So I started to create content, create videos. I am married, but I've been separated for 20 years, a little over 20 years. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, Kasim. But I've been at this for a good 14 years. It'll be 15 years in November. Really love doing what I do, and I do have my people who follow me. Some that are kind of like he's not worth the watch, but yet they watch, and but later on I started to realize the more I talk, the more I get viewers, the more I get subs and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm creating something here, I'm building something here, but don't know what. Got a channel, I'm creating content, I'm getting views, I'm getting subs, and yet I don't know what I'm building here. That's the thing. Like I don't know what I'm building here. Thank you, Kasim. And so later on, around 2015, is like it all began here. I mean, 2015 was the election year season. A lot of candidates were running for president, from both parties, and even the third party ones, and it got really insane. 2016 was really insane. Year time, and things got really hectic, heavy, and so I created a second channel as backup, and that became my main channel from now on at the time, and started to gain subs, 500 plus, 600, whatever. So I'm at 812 right now. 812. I've been at 812 for a couple of days. I gained 200 subs within days. We're in February 15th, 2026. And so I uh, I don't speak much English. Actually, do you speak Spanish? Use translator. Um, it, it depends on the it depends on the conversation, darling. You know, what I mean, I'm not can't really speak very much. Just knows I only know a few words here and there, but not very fluently though. Just very minimal words, you know. And 13 viewers, 8 likes. How you guys doing out there? Question: what's the weather like over there? So where I'm at, nice and sunny, nice and breezy. You know, nice cool day. You know, breezy day. Um, Thank you, consume. You're a cool dude, man. Got me a cup of coffee. I bought a thing of a container of Dunkin' Donut coffee. I got over at Smart Final for good was it $12, was it $10 $12 for it container, because uh ever since the price raise during the Biden administration, like, dude, why is, I mean, coffee's high now. I mean, coffee getting expensive. So is milk. So is bread. You know, all that shit. You know, and whatnot. You know, and here I am, 2026. I barely got my channel back about 3.5 months ago, and at 6:05, I gained about 200 plus views. Um, right now, I'm at 812. When I reached 815, the sub numbers, I was like, dude, 815. So I'm about 245 subs away from 1,000. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, ¿y tú? Now, I really enjoy what I do. I really enjoy what I do here, you know, and I try not to really rattle up cages, you know, on here, because I know that there are going to be individuals that come on here really don't like what I say, or don't like the content that I'm creating here, you know, and so um, I'm thinking, okay, well, here I'm 2026, February 15th, and I'm like, okay, what can I talk about? What topic can I bring up? What content can I create here? You know, so thinking, okay, idea. YouTube's algorithm. Okay. Now, YouTube's algorithm has been really cattywampus, you guys. Just absolutely cattywampus. Okay, and I'm thinking, okay, well, where can we go with this here? I really want to raise an awareness that the algorithm, I mean, it's being created to monitor your content, your video numbers, your sub numbers, your viewership numbers, okay? And it monitors whether you're violating any policy or not. Like, if you create content where it violates the misinformation policy, uh, medical information policy violation, um, community guidelines, right? Then there's also other violations as well. If you create a video content where even the algorithm would accuse you, would put you at where, well, Mr. So and So, your video violated community guidelines, and here's the reason, and like for example here, um, Monica, how you doing? U.S. That's it. U.S. Um, I want to throw out a thing here. 10. It'll be 2018, February 2018. 8 years ago. 8 years ago. Um, there was a incident that happened in Parkland, Florida. Okay, 5 months after the event in Vegas of 2017. Five months after. Okay, because the event in Vegas and Florida were 5 months apart. Now, I did 2 videos on share my thoughts about what happened in Stoneman Douglas High School 8 years ago. Hey, Game of Video, how you man? So, after the event happened, no, not event, a tragedy happened. Okay, the tragedy. Okay, the tragedy. I started to question, and there were a couple of things that I started to question. One of them was about the brother of the person that did the the evil deed of the tragedy here. Okay, because the story goes, the FBI arrested the brother of the shooter. Okay. Now my question was, the thing was, they arrested him, and he had a gun on him. Time out. Time out. So I started to think, okay, well, was it on him already? Or was it planted on him? So those were that was one of the questions I had. One of them. Okay. So I got hit with a strike. Got a strike. And so I'm thinking, okay, like, what's the strike for? So I thought, okay, got email, dear so and so, we looked through your video, and it violated a policy, and it also violated the YouTube's community guideline thing. I'm thinking, like, how? How did my video violate a how how did it violate a guideline? There was no threats. There was no uh, targeting anybody. There was no doxing, none of that shit. It was merely questioning an event, a tragedy, aftermath of the tragedy here, And this is where it got, because this is a time when Trump became president. Okay, because and things were like really. I mean, the energy was like so fucking hot. It could bake an egg on the sidewalk. Okay, that's how hot the energy was. And so I'm thinking, okay. Now back then, if you got a strike, you can't do a video for 90 days. That's almost 3 months, man. Almost 3 months. And then July 4th of that same year, I got hit again. So that's another 90 days. 180 days, can't do a video for 180 days. Right? Can't do a video for 180 days. So it wasn't until November of 2018 that I could go. Was it October of 2018 that I could really pick up where I left off? So now we're in a place where it's the energy is even. Thank you, darling. I mean, it's like, I mean, now we're in 2026, okay? The energy is even hotter, okay? The energy is like so fucking hot right now that it's enough to crack an asphalt, okay? Enough, okay? And plus, you have Facebook, Meta, YouTube, TikTok, and a couple of platforms that really target people like myself and others who is pretty much hitting the pulse, right? Hitting the pulse, and so right now, I'm sitting here talking about the YouTube algorithm right now. Okay, now it's AI. Now it's AI. Okay, now it's AI, and like everything, if you look back, right, 2024. Okay, 24, right? The second half of 2024 was even fucking weird. It was insane. Okay? From September of 2024 in February of 2025. Okay? Those months were downright insane. You had 2 hurricanes in 1 week. You had mass sightings of drones, right? 12-block radius in New Jersey. 12-block radius. 80 drones. What the fuck, right? Coast Guard saw 15, right? a cargo crate headed to New Jersey was broken into. Everything gone. Okay. Now we're in November 18th is when it all happened. All happened. November 18th. But the hurricanes, 2 hurricanes in 1 week. One that went all over the place. Eastern Tennessee, parts of Georgia, Florida, Virginia, and Asheville, North Carolina. That took the blunt, the biggest hit ever. Ever. Okay, ever. Over 3,000 lives lost. Then you had Hurricane Milton, went through the very center of Florida. Insane. Completely insane. Now you had, within November 18th and February, you had 3 plane crashes, you had a fire, you had drone sightings. Like, what the fuck? And then you had another 3 plane crashes, you had a fire. I'm like, dude, it's insane. Thank you. Thank you, Kasim. I mean, it's really, you know, but the algorithm. Now, I shared a video. Now, this pertained to the fires in Southern California. Okay, you know, and I shared it from my Rumble channel. Okay, I was doing narrating of a video that I watched. You know, and I would share it. I shared one to my YouTube channel, and all of a sudden, YouTube removed it. Like, dude, like, you're not. I mean, it's not a. You're basically censoring me from. You're basically trying to censor and shutdown me from showing information that I'm getting off of Rumble, just because that's where I'm at as well. and I'm like, dude, you know, it's the algorithm. It's the algorithm. Algorithm. Get it? Get it? Algorithm. Yeah. And I'm like, that's a pun. Algorithm. And it's like, I told that to a buddy of mine, Tin Man. He goes, nice. Hey, Kayla. And it's like, what do you think? What? Algorithm. Algorithm. And I'm like, it is what it is. It's Google and YouTube's algorithm, you know. And am I offending you? I'm sorry. Did I offend you? Oh man. I mean, I talk about different things that, like, for example, right? For example, we have the ice issue here in the United States, and we got it here in California, Minnesota, Chicago, Oregon, and it's like, okay, well, let's cut this in half here, okay? You have one side 50-50. Over here, same thing, 50-50. Okay, over here you got peaceful protesters. On the other side, you have paid agitators. Hey, Robbie, Vancouver. I got a buddy of mine that lives in the province of Canada, the province. Hey, Robbie. Hey, bro. I got a question to ask you, man. What's your thoughts on the Greenland? Uh, because I know that Canada is they have a consulate in Greenland. Um, Canada, France, they have a consulate. They could kiss them. Well, the thing is, like, Greenland is a territory that's under the protection of the Kingdom of Denmark. Of course, our president, Orange Man Fat, wants it for we need it for national security, and we need it for a Arctic strategic, but also my oil baron friends need it want it because of the earth based elements and all. Yeah, I mean too. Yeah, to me, I think, like, look, Greenland is in the protection of the Kingdom of Denmark. It's been that way for 500 years. I agree. Right there, I agree. And the dumb part, Trump says, if any NATO country interferes, I will. They will feel my wrath. Okay, Orange Man Fat. I'm sorry, Kasim. Because you have NATO countries that will come to the aid of Greenland. Like Denmark and France and Canada, and like, dude, I mean, if Denmark is a NATO country and protecting Greenland under their kingdom, you're basically trying to take over a sovereign island, pretty much, and Germany apart. Nuremberg. Exactly. Um, because Canada, Germany, France, Denmark, they're NATO countries, and I mean, the thing is, I do agree. I mean, the thing is, Trump is all ego, all talk, and he's only there for his oil-bearing friends. So, I mean, plus you have the Epstein files. Everybody needs to move on. Everybody needs to move on. Dude, Orange Man Fat, nobody's going to move on, man. Look, Orange Man Fat, Donald Trump, is all ego, all talk. I mean, the guy shouldn't have ran in the first place. Well, the manga base needs Trump. We don't need Trump, man. You know, I mean, come on, dude. Plus, the FC files, like, dude, if he says everybody need to move on, how can everybody need to move on when it's being brought up every single time? I'm getting tired of it too. I mean, we all know who's on the list, who's been there. You know, it's like taking a carrot and string and putting it over our noses. You know, I don't want shit. You know, what's this? Exactly. I agree. I mean, there needs to be an inquiry to look into that. You know, but the thing is, you have names of the victims that have been redacted, unredacted, but yet the ones involved, they're redacted, but unredacted victims. Dude, that's making it worse. I mean, like, dude, you're making it worse. Oh, here you go. Yeah. Um, I mean, the victims need to be redacted, and the violators unredacted. You know, like, dude, you have people leaving the country after the files were released. Shit, like, of how many were released, actually. You know, 50. Um, I do agree. That, I mean, people need to move on, but also there needs to be lawyers involved. I mean, all this needs to be talked about through lawyers and through litigators and all that shit. But the thing is, most of the people are being protected, you know, and yeah, people of industry, media, TV, music, politics. You need the whole cabal here, and what they're doing is a huge chunk on the list left the country. Like, you know, I don't know who, but quite a few left the country because of the files, you know, being released, you know, and pretty much, will there be more people leaving? Probably, because they're scared, you know, they're terrified, you know, and the victims, they're upset, they're angry on their names being unredacted, but they're no, they're unredacting the names of the victims, but yet they're redacting. They're covering up the names of the violators, but yet they're, you know, I don't know. I need to look. Um, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they are so scared that they're leaving the country. Some are leaving the country, and but Pam Bondi or Spam Bondi has threatened the victims. Like, God damn it, woman! Why are you threatening? Look, the victims are speaking out because they have a right to, but yet Spam Bondi is threatening the victims. If you talk, here's what will happen. Well, hey, Pam Bondi, go fuck yourself, you shell cunt. Look, the victims are pissed because their names are exposed. Why? Pam Bondi needs to be removed, man. She needs to be removed because she ain't fit to be Attorney General. Bring in Trig Gowdy, right? Bring in Trig Gowdy, man. Shit, dude. Bring in somebody who actually, bring in somebody who will do the job. Pam Bondi ain't doing shit but covering her own ass. She's just there to cover her own ass, but the thing is, she's basically getting roasted, on live TV. And hey, Kayla, how you doing, darling? Hiccups. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Reverend Ordo, and if you watch this video, this content, this live feed, go ahead and, or if you're new to this channel and live feed, like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and always live happy, healthy, and wise. We love you guys. Thank you, Robbie. And we'll all see you next time, and then in the next video, live feed. Peace out, Godspeed, Buddha bless, and what the guy's name is, Namaste. I'm not no yogi, kind of guy, Peace.